Welcome to BBSC videos and our series, Learning to Throw. One of the first things to teach a young player is to turn their glove side shoulder to the target. We use a trick for this by teaching them to turn their googly eye to the target. We use googly eyes and attach it to the player's glove side shoulder, like these two players are showing us here, and then we can run drills where we say, turn your googly eye to the left, or turn your googly eye toward the fence. And we just have them move their feet so they get used to lining up their glove side shoulder to a target. This is a fun introductory drill to begin that important first step of creating the correct direction so they can turn their hips and throw the ball to the target. The other thing that's good is to turn throwing into a game. In this scenario, we have two cones at a little distance and a little bit of separation to give the players the opportunity to fully turn their body and extend their arm and follow through. When players play catch with each other or even with a parent, it can restrict their throwing mechanics. When they play with another teammate at a young age, they're concerned about that teammate's ability to catch. They can relate that because they're concerned about their own ability to catch. Without a partner to worry about, players can really focus on the mechanics, fully turning their body and putting all of their lower half, their legs, their hips, and then fully extending their arms into a nice follow-through. And it will help them develop better mechanics. You can adjust the distance to the cones and the separation of the cones as the players become more proficient. In this drill, we do a quarterback drop back, where the players come up facing a pretend line of scrimmage like they're a quarterback, shuffle back and shuffle forward to introduce some good body movement. This will also help them develop a sense of following through with their feet. After they release the throw, they can take some steps toward the target. And it's a fun game because they get to simulate another sport. In this drill, we have two piles of balls, one to the right, like this player went to get, and one to the left. A coach would indicate which pile the player would run to, pick up a ball, and then have to make that fine-tuned adjustment to turn their glove side shoulder to the target. Here we are with our drill again, and sometimes we need a refresher in the middle of a practice where we're going to work on that glove side shoulder or googly eye shoulder to the target. So this is just emphasizing that we can do that drill as a warm-up, but also put it in the middle of some of our games and competitions to reinforce the concept. In this last drill, we have players trying to throw to a target on a fence. We have a hula hoop, and then we have a paper plate inside the hula hoop. The nice part about this player is over the course of his 5 throws, he improves on his own without any cueing or instruction from a coach. Just the act of playing a game is enough for most players to hone a lot of the skill themselves. The setup of our game was to receive 1 point for hitting the fence, 3 points for hitting inside of the hula hoop, and 1 point for hitting the plate. The last point we'll make is even when an adult plays catch with a player, the adult can be concerned about hitting the player and the player missing the ball and getting hurt. Because of that, the adult tends to lower their elbow and really restrict their throwing motion. The problem with that is the player mimics or mirrors what they see, and that can cause them to sort of shorten their arm action. We think that by separating throwing and catching into 2 separate activities is a really good way to help develop this skill. We hope you enjoyed our video and tune in for our other episodes.